They were not just fighters. They were death incarnate. For centuries, the Roman Empire was built on the spectacle of blood. Tonight, we delve into the dark heart of history to unveil the top 10 deadliest gladiators who ever stepped into the arena. These men were legends, defined by their kill count, their dominance, and the sheer terror they instilled in their foes. Prepare to witness the brutal legacy of those who fought, bled, and died for the ultimate glory in the dust. But first, we must understand the scale. Victory was rare. Survival was rarer still. Death was always the most popular option. Our ranking is based on verifiable win records, historical impact, and the sheer ferocity attributed to their fighting style. From the rookie sensation to the undefeated veteran, let the countdown begin.
Kicking off our list at number 10, we have Marcus Attilius, the unlikely legend.
Attilius was a former soldier, not a career gladiator, which made his victories all the more shocking. He entered the arena voluntarily, probably due to crushing debt, a common motivation for desperate men. His first major opponent was Hilarius, a veteran who had won 13 consecutive fights. Attilius defeated him soundly, shocking the crowd and establishing himself as an immediate threat. His prowess was demonstrated further when he faced Raesius Felix, a man with a documented 12-win streak. Again, Attilius emerged victorious. His name became synonymous with defying the odds. He proved that raw skill and determination could overcome years of professional training. While his overall career length is uncertain, the power of his initial victories earned him this spot. He was the true underdog, a debt slave who chose the sword over poverty. Attilius represents the brutal reality. Some men were born for the blade, regardless of their past. An enduring legacy of immediate, shocking dominance. At number 9, we find Tetraides, the master of consistency and efficiency. Tetraides was famous enough to be immortalized in graffiti, the Instagram of the ancient world. He was known for his relentless pace and his ability to finish fights swiftly, conserving energy. His primary weapon was precision. He minimized spectacle and maximized lethality. Ancient sources imply his career was incredibly long for a man fighting under such duress. Surviving multiple injuries, he always returned to the sand, driven by the applause and the promise of wealth. His greatest fights were recorded in Pompeii, confirming his status as a provincial heavyweight champion. Tetraides understood the game: stay alive, and the killings will naturally accumulate. He became the benchmark against which all rising stars were measured. The crowd loved his predictable brutality. They knew when Tetraides fought, blood would be spilled quickly. He was a machine of execution, rarely allowing his opponents the privilege of a long duel. The efficient killer of the minor arenas. Number 8 belongs to Spiculus, the personal favorite of Emperor Nero himself. To be favored by an emperor meant better opponents, better training, and immense pressure to perform. Spiculus rose to fame under Nero's indulgent eye, racking up an impressive tally of kills. While records are skewed by imperial bias, his lethality was undisputed by his contemporaries. His technique was flawless, often specializing as a secutor, the pursuer, who battled the quick retiarius. This required supreme stamina and the patience of a predator, qualities Spiculus possessed in spades. His greatest challenge was arguably maintaining his status amidst the deadly politics of Nero's court. Upon Nero's death, the Praetorian Guard sought to use Spiculus to execute the fallen emperor. However, Nero committed suicide before Spiculus could be brought forward for the bloody task. Spiculus himself was hunted down and killed, not by a fellow gladiator, but by vengeful commoners. His fame saved him from the sword, only to meet a worse fate, a testament to his high profile and bloodshed. The emperor's executioner, betrayed by politics. Jumping into number 7,
we present Flamma, the Syrian, whose story is steeped in legendary defiance.
Flamma fought 34 times, a staggering number for a man who entered the arena at a disadvantage. His record: 21 victories, 9 draws, and only 4 losses. He was rarely defeated, never humiliated. What truly set Flamma apart was his refusal of freedom, not once, but 4 separate times. He preferred the deadly, glorious life of the arena to the drudgery of civilian freedom. Each time he refused the rudes, he secured his status, his wealth, and his place as Rome's favorite killer. His kills were clean, his technique formidable, earning him the nickname, the Incendiary. To refuse freedom 4 times means he chose certain death multiple times just to fight again. Flamma died in the arena, as he always intended, ensuring his legend was permanent. The champion who scorned liberty for the thrill of the kill. Next up, number 6, we have Varus, known primarily for participating in the most famous duel in history. Varus was known for his incredible stamina and tactical mind, making him an enduring threat. While his individual kill record isn't fully preserved, his importance lies in his legendary pairing with Priscus. This duel opened the Colosseum in 80 AD, commanded by Emperor Titus. Varus and Priscus fought for an entire day, locked in an epic, exhausting struggle. The level of skill displayed by both fighters transcended mere bloodshed, reaching true artistry. Neither man could gain the fatal advantage, resulting in one of the few recorded double surrenders. Emperor Titus declared it a draw, granting both men the rudis and immediate freedom for their valor. Varus's ability to maintain that level of lethal combat for hours proves his immense deadliness. The Marathon Man, whose fight immortalized the arena. And now, Varus's legendary counterpart, Priscus, holds the number 5 spot. Priscus was considered the undisputed champion leading up to the great Colosseum opening. His reputation was built on ruthlessness and an aggressive fighting style that sought to overwhelm. Like Flamma, Priscus was also a Syrian, indicating a particularly fierce regional tradition of martial arts. He often chose the Murmillo class, favoring a large oblong shield and the short, deadly gladius. Before Varus, no one truly challenged his dominance in the major circuits of the empire. The fight with Varus was the ultimate test, and Priscus met it blow for blow, ensuring his status as a legendary killer. The duel was documented in detail by the poet Martial, proving its profound cultural importance. Martial noted that they fought until exhaustion, proving they were equals in skill and lethality. Priscus walked away a free man, having survived the greatest challenge the arena could offer. He showed that true deadliness wasn't just about winning, but about dominating the very concept of combat. The Emperor's choice for the greatest duel ever staged. Breaking the top 4, we feature Crixus, the ferocious Gallic lieutenant of Spartacus. While his primary fame comes from the Third Servile War, Crixus was a formidable killer in the arena first. He was a ferocious fighter, known for his raw, unsettled violence and disregard for personal safety. Crixus favored the traditional Gaulish fighting style, adapted for the gladiatorial arena. His kill count in the early days of the rebellion suggests a massive, previously unrecognized tally. During the escape from Capua, Crixus was instrumental in overwhelming the Roman guard. He demonstrated his deadly intent by taking the fight directly to the Roman legions, preferring confrontation over strategy. This aggressive mindset, while deadly to Romans, eventually led to the splintering of the slave army. Crixus met his end heroically, commanding his Gauls and Germans against a Roman army. He died a warrior, ensuring his final kill count surpassed that of most professional gladiators. His legacy is less about trophies and more about the hundreds of Roman soldiers he dragged down with him. The relentless Gaul who turned the arena's violence against Rome itself.
Number 3 is a controversial yet undeniably deadly figure, Emperor Commodus.
The emperor himself took to the sand, not as a slave, but as a delusional god-king. His kill count is artificially inflated, as opponents were often armed with wooden swords or were severely handicapped.
However, his primary lethality lay in his bowmanship, especially in the exotic wild animal hunts. He would allegedly kill hundreds of beasts in a single session: lions, bears, elephants, all for public spectacle. His gladiatorial style was secutor, often engaging in highly choreographed, predetermined duels. The Roman people saw him as a disgrace, forcing the divine emperor into the ignoble class of a gladiator.
Despite the farce, Commodus truly believed he was Hercules reborn, destined for arena glory.
His total combined kill count of beasts and men, regardless of fairness, cements his place in history.
He was scheduled to enter the arena on January 1st, 193 AD, as consul and gladiator, a total mockery. Fortunately for Rome, he was assassinated by his wrestling partner Narcissus just before this humiliation could occur. The imperial butcher who cheated his way onto this list.
Standing at number 2, we have the true statistical champion, Diocles, the pride of Spain.
Diocles' epitaph confirms his status as the highest-earning gladiator in Roman history.
His wealth, estimated today at billions, was a direct result of his unrivaled kill count and longevity. He fought for an astonishing 24 years, surviving thousands of duels and earning 1,000 victories.
As a charioteer, Diocles' kill count came not from single combat, but from deadly high-speed races.
The circus was far deadlier than the Colosseum, with crashes often involving dozens of fatalities. Diocles survived 4,257 races, winning 1,462 of them, far surpassing any other champion.
While not a gladiator in the traditional sense, his combined victories and kills place him astronomically high. He was the master of his domain, the ultimate athlete of death, controlling the chaos with ruthless skill.
And uniquely, Diocles retired. He died of natural causes at the age of 42, a miracle in that profession. His statistical dominance over 2 decades of deadly competition is unchallenged.
The wealthiest killer, retired and untouchable.
We arrive at number 1. The deadliest gladiator in history is not just a killer, he is a revolutionary. Spartacus, the Thracian slave who didn't just win in the arena, he broke the arena.
He was a former auxiliary soldier, versed in military tactics long before he picked up the gladius.
His arena record is less important than his field record, where his death count soared into the thousands. He led roughly 70 gladiators out of the Capua Ludus, an escape that turned into a tidal wave against Rome. Spartacus's genius was teaching his disparate force to fight as a cohesive, deadly army. He repeatedly defeated professional Roman legions, stunning the Senate and humiliating the Republic. His strategic mastery allowed his army to grow to an estimated 120,000 fighters at its peak. Every Roman soldier killed by his troops, every village raided, counts toward his deadly impact. He defeated consular armies commanded by figures who would later become Rome's most powerful leaders. Spartacus's influence transformed the definition of a gladiator from a slave spectacle to a mortal threat to the state.
His personal bravery in combat was legendary, always leading from the front, setting the example.
He understood that his true weapon was the fear he inspired in the Roman elite. In his final battle against Crassus, he tried to force a duel with the general, knowing it was his only chance. Though historical accounts conflict on his exact final moments, he died fighting, refusing capture. His body was never recovered, perhaps ensuring his myth would live on eternally. The man who turned a knife into a war, his influence on history surpasses all others.
the single greatest and deadliest gladiator to ever challenge Rome.
From the strategic efficiency of Tetraides to the revolutionary fury of Spartacus, these men defined death.
Their legacy is a brutal reminder that the greatest fighters were often those fighting for their very lives.
The roar of the crowd is long gone, but the echo of their swords remains in the dust of history.
Which gladiator's story shocked you the most? Tell us in the comments below.
Don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates and deep dives into the deadliest corners of history.